Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It is me, Dallas Cash. Welcome to the Humble Roses. Um, I was supposed to be on the March with Mike's podcast. We decided to push that show back to next Sunday due to Summerslam recap. Cheech is Cheech and JT. They got some prior stuff that they're doing. I don't want to take away from their viewers, so the March with Mike's podcast is going to be uploading an interview shortly. And what I wanted to do is kind of just recap SummerSlam a little bit and kind of just give you guys an idea of what's going on. So we'll talk a little bit about SummerSlam. Turn down the music a little bit. Talk a little bit about SummerSlam. I'll take some comments, answer some questions people may have, some things people want to talk about. Wholeheartedly speaking, like SummerSlam card from top to bottom, just overall, like this card from top to bottom was just fucking excellent. There were a couple of things that I would have changed, but again, actually, no. Honestly, when I look at this card, honestly, no. I wouldn't have changed nothing. We're going to talk about a couple. I'm going to let some people pile in a little bit before we get to moving. A couple of things I want to discuss. We're going to talk about the return. It's just such a beautiful time right now. We'll take some comments from some fans or supporters. I'm not saying fan of me, but fans of the wrestlers. How you guys doing? Overall, like, what do you guys think? Like, tell me what you thought about it. Like, it was one hell of a show, man. I'm telling you, it was one hell of a show. I need to get some comments. Ben Balor, you are a fucking hater. Yep. So, man, it's weird. Let me see who I got. Just 7 people here. No big deal. But all my people who were there last night, like, you know what it is. I tapped in with a lot of people. Got to meet a lot of supporters for, like, not for what I was doing. Yeah. So my life is dope. Got 3 people. Say that. All right. I got the comments uploaded for comment section for Facebook, comment section for, I don't have X on here. I call it X, Twitter. I'm on Twitter, but I'm not on Twitter, if you know what I mean. All right. just kind of taking it by storm. How's everybody doing? So I'll wait till we get about like 20 people on here. 15 at the least. Let's just send in some. Plus, I like this music. I ain't gonna lie. All right, we got that up. That together. That's not where I was sitting. Him. And so what I'm a kind of a guy who I check all the boxes, but I also do it live just to make sure we're good to go. And I got some things that I want to discuss. We're like in so many different boundaries of life that when we discuss things that mean shit to us, it's so beautiful, man. Crazy. What's up? What up? What up? All right. Well, I mean, this is as good as we're going to get right now, and I don't want to waste people's time just sitting around looking. So, ladies and gentlemen, last night was a master class of just all the things that SummerSlam did right? Triple H, or as people like to call him, Hang 'em High on Twitter. Because V is Hunter. I don't care what nobody else says. It was a great show. And so we're talking about SummerSlam. When you look at this card compared to, and actually let me download it real quick just so I can further push what I'm trying to get at here. To add it to the overlay. You guys look great today. Oh shit. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, that makes hella sense, actually. Wepa. What the hell? Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I can't really find a good image of it because they don't have the files. But we looked at the SummerSlam 2023 card. For some reason, it won't let me download the SummerSlam 2023 card. Like, that's so fucking weird. On paper, believe it or not, on paper, the SummerSlam 2023 card looks way better than this one on paper. let me give you some of the matches. So we had Ronda Rousey versus Shayna Baszler. I think they had a submission match or something like that or whatever, or an MMA rules match. There was the SummerSlam Battle Royal, Logan Paul versus Ricochet, Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar, Gunther versus Drew McIntyre for the Intercontinental Championship, Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor for the World Heavyweight Championship, Asuka versus Bianca Belair versus Charlotte for the WWE Women's Championship. I believe this was before that. Yeah, this was because Asuka was the champion. And then the tribal combat between Roman Reigns and Jey Uso for the WWE Undisputed World Heavyweight Championship. Now, on paper, that looks way better than this. Like, this is not a bad card at all. But if you compare it to SummerSlam 2023, on paper, if you were to tell somebody who had not, way before SummerSlam 2023 started, and said, hey, let's compare these on paper and see how they look, a lot of people would say, oh, this card's gonna suck. Right? Because if you look at the names on paper, Sami Zayn versus Braun Breaker, Intercontinental Championship. Logan Paul versus LA Knight, United States Championship. WWE Women's Championship, Nia Jax versus Bayley. Women's WWE Women's World Championship, Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley. The World Heavyweight Championship, Damian Priest versus Gunther. Seth Rollins versus, Damian, oh God, I'm out of it. Drew McIntyre versus CM Punk with Seth freaking Rollins as a special guest referee, and Cody Rhodes versus Solo Sikoa for the WWE Undisputed Championship. If we compare those two cards, you're obviously going to gravitate more towards the SummerSlam 2023 card. I get it. That has a lot more star power. But baby, last night that wasn't the case. It just wasn't the case. Oh yeah, what a time was had. Yes, absolutely. This is from my boy Fats. Shout out to Fats. So as you know, I'm not into wrestling all like that. Boy, when Roman popped back out and I didn't understand it, the conversation with my son and / nephew had with me should have been recorded. Bro, yeah, you came at a crazy time, bro. You don't understand. This is something that's been building up for years. Like, there's so many layers to this whole thing. We're going to cover it all today, though. First and foremost, want to get a couple quick plugs in before we start this recap. Survivor Series is going to be in Vancouver, British Columbia on November 30th, 2024 at the Rogers Arena. So this year is going to be one hell of a fucking show. The Marks with Mike's podcast, we will be doing the recap of SummerSlam next Sunday, just because there's an interview that's being posted today via JT. I don't know who the interview is with, and I'm not trying to stir any of his viewers, but if you are a fan of March with Mike's podcast and you want to see the interview, please go over there. No problems at all. He has a great interview going on. They were supposed to be posting it. I think that interview was supposed to come out today anyway. Cheech is doing his thing. JT is doing his thing. Like I said, I just wanted to recap SummerSlam personally from my perspective, and you guys are all beautiful. So don't think that I'm like singling them out. It's not even that. What it just normally is just I am live and I want to get this out of the way because we have a lot of things that we got to cover. All right. I wanted to bring on I'm going to bring on somebody very soon. Hold on real quick. I'm going to bring on some people. If you want to come on, I got you. Somebody. Okay. All right. So, fallout from SummerSlam. This is obviously what it looked like. And there are a lot of things that we got to touch on. A lot of things that we got to touch base on. The popcorn was popping. The babies went into the air on multiple occasions. Fireworks went off. There was a lot of treachery, a lot of betrayal. We crowned 4 new champions and 2 retained. And the funniest thing is that I think there was only one match. There was only one non-title match, and that was Punk and Drew. But there was still a lot at stake. So I'm going to recap it from how I saw it when I was coming in. So, bottom left, the opening match was Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley for the Women's World Heavyweight Championship. And that match went pretty good. I was actually watching it with my crew on the way to the stadium. So we actually were running late because I thought the event started at 8 o'clock like how they normally do, but because of they thought that there was going to be like some inclement weather or like there was like a little delay. They decided to start the event at 6:30. We kind of were like, oh shit, because my wife likes Jelly Roll, so we missed the Jelly Roll performance. We also missed Liv and Rhea. We saw it on Peacock, but we didn't see the whole match in its entirety because I was driving and the 3 other people that I had with me, one of them being my wife, I had to drop 2 of them off, Kevin, Rebecca, and then my wife and me parked at the orange lot. I didn't see what happened between Braun and Sammy, so I can't recap that. So that's the only thing that I can't recap, and I apologize for that. I was trying to hurry and get into the stadium. There was a lot of things just going. It was just a lot of commotion going on and a lot of just BS from the side. So, sorry, and I'm still I didn't get enough sleep. Like, me and my wife went to grab sushi after the event. We drove all the way from Cleveland to Akron and back to Stowe, where we live. Stowe, Hudson, where we live. So that was one hell of a drive. But Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley, from what I saw, because I did see the finish, and we all called it. I'm not going to say I told you so. We kind of all seen this coming. We did say that Dominic was going to cost Rhea the championship. And then as soon as I got to my seat, before I got to my seat, because I came in right during Logan Paul and LA Knight. Literally right when LA Knight walked in, I was trying to find my seat because I had no idea where. The way it was set up, I didn't know where I was really sitting because I hadn't been in Brown Stadium in a long time. Yo, check this out. When we get there, I remember hearing from people that Braun had dominated Sammy. It was a 5-minute match. So, That's how I said Braun should win. It should be a dominating win. It should not be a contest or a fight. It should be Braun breaks somebody the fuck in half and he goes about his business. That's the way that it should be. That's the way that it should be. Yeah. Hey Joey, click the link that I sent you. Just it'll take you right backstage or whatever. Get yourself ready. Yes, what a time was had. Yeah, one hell of a fucking show. I was there. I was sitting in section 148, row 25, and that was a fucking show. That was a good show. So maybe I might post like my view of where I was sitting, but I had a pretty good view. I know that there was a section of, now the background is not where I was sitting. That was just me getting a whole collective of how the stadium looked there. We didn't really expect to be sitting where we were. I thought, oh, did I pick like a bad area? But I think I'll email myself because I don't have a chance to like really like do certain things. Dominic, you are a whole Dominic Mysterio. Yo, before I get into anything, I'm going off the rails here. Let me stay on point. Dominic Mysterio, you are a slimy, grimy son of a you know what. I can't believe that you actually did it. I can't believe that you actually had the balls to do that to Rhea Ripley, and then you kissed Liv Morgan. Oh, wow. I'm like, he's about to kiss this girl, isn't he? Ooh, man. Liv, for the most part, wrestled a pretty good match. Rhea, always amazing as usual. Nothing more needs to be said. These women, it was a great opening match. I probably would have opened up with Sammy and Braun if the match was going to be that quick. But, you know, I can see where the disconnect was. I can see, you know, how it could be like, hey, we got this that we're doing. All right, bet. So if we got this that we're doing, opening up with Rhea and Liv, that was one of the matches I really wanted to see live. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, I really wanted to see that match live. We got to talk about Judgment Day for a minute, as soon as I get a chance, because I got some things I got to get off my chest about Judgment Day. If you're just watching, follow me on. Oh, I forgot to put my banner up. You're watching, follow me on Twitter at King Dallas Cash on Twitter. I am on Facebook at Dallas Cash. I don't have Snapchat. I deleted that. I don't have Instagram. I deleted that. I am on Facebook. I am on, and they don't have. I wish I could go live on TikTok, but we don't have like the ability to now. I don't know why, but it should be live on TikTok. With that being said, Dom specifically did that to Rhea, and I don't know why. I don't know why. I know why, but they played you like a fiddle. They played you like a fiddle. You seen it coming from a mile away because this man was folding. And ladies and gentlemen, before we get into that, I gotta put this part out. I gotta put this part out, right? The bottom row shows you a lot. Okay? If you guys did not see this coming, and you haven't been watching, a while back, Finn Balor and Liv Morgan were at odds with Judgment Day. Do you all remember that? Do you remember when Morgan and Finn Balor made a pact to say that they would eventually take down Judgment Day together? They did. And here's why. Finn had already made up his mind about how he was going to take down Judgment Day by infiltrating them. As much as Damian Priest and Rhea were like the co-leaders of the group, they really didn't take time to make opportunities happen for the Judgment Day members. Liv had already gotten a title match between Awesome Truth and Finn and JD just by going to Adam Pearce. And they won the titles. By Liv befriending R-Truth and then costing him the match. She had treated Dom like gold when Rhea never did. Finn had taken the hotel key from Dominic because he was the one talking to Liv about the plan to take down Judgment Day. And as much as Damian Priest was a leader, you got to think to yourself, when he snapped on Finn Balor at Backlash France, and Finn didn't retaliate, he knew when to get Damian Priest when he was most vulnerable. Because when they did the backstage segment, Damian had told Finn that he was sorry. And then Finn had said, "I'm sorry too." And when he said that, everybody in the crowd was like, "Oh, he's about to turn." When has Finn Balor ever apologized? Come on now. Like, it's already set in stone or whatever. That once it was decided that Finn was going to turn on Priest, it had to be when the stakes were completely high. So now Priest doesn't seem like much of a competent leader because Liv Morgan came in and kind of did more for the tag team division while he was too busy focusing on keeping his World Heavyweight Championship. Finn Balor knew this. And that's why you saw Liv get out of Finn's car. Why Finn took the hotel key. Why Finn did not retaliate or show any kind of too much aggression towards Liv Morgan, because they had a plan. Always notice that anytime Dom had something going on with Liv, Damian would encourage it, but Finn would be there to like put a stop to it, because he knew Dom was going to fold and Judgment Day imploded. Dom left Rhea. From Liv infiltrating and making Dom see the better side of how he should be treated. Finn taking away the thing that Priest held so dearly in his heart after they had already kicked Edge out of the group. So now is Finn Balor going to be leading Judgment Day? What does this say for JD and Carlito? Carlito's just a associate, an acquaintance, an affiliate. Is I'm out of Judgment Day too? Is Liv and Finn going to be in Judgment Day kicking Rhea and Priest out? Because that's 3 members that have been kicked out of Judgment Day. If that so far falls towards that description. So you're saying it's going to be a new Judgment Day, Liv, Finn, Dom, Carlito, JD. I'm not necessarily saying that. What I'm saying is, when we look at, because I'm reading the comments on Facebook, y'all. When we look at what just happened, there's a lot of questions that need to be answered, and come Monday, they're going to be answered. Because Judgment Day is a Raw faction. But Liv and Finn have been trying to take down Judgment Day together since Edge was there. That makes sense. But then people are like, then why would Finn join Judgment Day? Do you know how many times people have joined a faction to get insider info so they can take it down? You build an empire, but then you attack it. That makes more sense to me than somebody saying, yo, they just wanted to take down Judgment Day just because Finn Balor just hated Damian Priest. It wasn't because of that. Judgment Day made Finn Balor's life a living hell. And because of that, I got you, Joey, just hold on. And because of that, things culminated as a problem. They were a problem because we didn't know what was going to go on until it happened. And now these things happen. Now there's like 7 different storylines that are going to branch off from this. Dom and Liv go their separate way, but Liv still has her own pathway she's going. Finn, JD, Priest, Rhea. What is Carlito going to do? Is he going to go back to LWO? What's going on? All right. That. And that's kind of recapping a couple more things that needed to be recapped, but I want to talk a little bit more about Damian Priest versus Gunther. I'm kind of jumping all over the place. I haven't really heard a crowd get behind Damian Priest like this to the level that they were. I don't think you guys understand how pro Priest this crowd really was. I don't think you guys understand. I was there. There were a lot of chants for Damian Priest in my section. Sections over. The camera didn't really capture it. We tried to make it as loud as they possibly could. But the fact of the matter is, this was the peak of Damian Priest's face turn. And this is when it's taken away from him. And I had said, if he retains that, unless they do something with Gunther at Bash at Berlin, where he wins it there, that would make sense. But we had Gunther winning. I wanted to go with Priest just because I didn't want the documentary curse to be in effect. But that shit was in effect. And that was the most important part of what we're discussing. So, having said all that, we're going to go back to, we're going to go to LA Knight versus Logan Paul. We just got to recap, like, how great this of a win this is for LA Knight. So, before we get into that, I want to bring on a special guest. Let me talk a little bit about this guy, and we'll bring him on. So, I've known this guy for a few years. He's actually a very talented individual. He looks very fucking crazy when he cuts promos. He's from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. That's all you need to know right there. We are a part of a video game league called MPW Mayhem Pro Wrestling. We just kind of cut promos on each other, and we have our video game characters battle it out. This is Joey Knox. We're not going to be cutting no promos on each other. I wanted to bring him on to talk a little bit about the event. He's shaking his head, and I'm watching him like, I don't care what you say. I don't care what you say. I don't care what. There will be no promo cutting today. I gotta run, and but I love Joey. I feel like he doesn't get enough credit. He has his own podcast. I'll take the time to give him a chance to plug it in. He's a very wholesome person. He smokes a lot, so I think the weed makes him wholesome. Joey Knox is a great guy. He'd give you the shirt off his back. It's not too goddamn cold. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bring Joey Knox on, and we're going to discuss Logan Paul versus LA Knight. We'll do a couple matches, and then I'll have him sit in the back, and I'll bring him on later to talk about Roman's return. So Joey, just stay with me. But I'm going to go ahead and bring this guy on. Are you ready, Joey? Give me a thumbs up. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Coming to the stage from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, weighing in at, based on the way that he looks, about 210 pounds, the devil himself. Here's Joey Knox.
Hey, yo. What's up, man? How's everybody doing, man? What's up, brother?
Let me bring you there we go. There you go, Joey. How you doing, bro?
Good, bro. How you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good. Actually, let me see if I can pray. That's better.
There we go. Yeah, like that. That was your view.
No, my view was talk a little bit about Logan Paul while I upload my view, but right now
Are you sure you want me to talk about Logan Paul?
And LA Knight.
I'm not a big fan of Logan. Listen, as a man that represents the mental health society, so to say, I am not a big fan of Logan Paul the person. What he did otherwise as a performer, all that other stuff, dealing with LA Knight and all that stuff, Seth Rollins, Roman, I got to give the dude credit. Like, I hate to say it. It's like one of those children that God, like, kind of mistakenly put on the earth, and it's like, oh, we got to deal with that, you know. But he did his thing, and you gotta applaud him for that. You know, you have to. I don't know what was up with that MGK dude. I don't know what was up with him being there. I thought him and Jelly Roll were about to go at it for a second. And I was like, man, Jelly Roll gets hands on MGK, it's over. Just like him and Megan Fox's relationship, that shit over. But yeah, that's what I thought it was about to hit for a sec. I thought we were gonna have a celebrity matchup, the same way we had like Brunson and Halliburton not too long ago. Right. I thought we were gonna get something like that, but I'm just so happy that LA Knight finally got a singles title. I don't even care if it was a tag title, but he deserved a singles title, and I'm so damn happy that he got it. I wish it was at Mania last year, but it is what it is. He finally got it. He got it. That's it.
So when we talk about Logan Paul, and ladies and gentlemen, I want to just show you real quick. This is what my seat looked like.
Okay.
And it seems like, that's so far, but you don't realize that the camera doesn't show you how close you really are. Like the camera, it may seem like it's far, but I can see it's close. I can see everything. I can damn near see the facial expressions. And I see out of AEW marks were, and let me bring this picture back up, were clowning on the tarps in the back on the side. Okay. Well, I hope you understand that some of those things that they put off to the side, like those tarps, are not because they couldn't sell the tickets, but because they want to make sure people have a view of what they're seeing.
Right.
So certain areas have to be blocked off because the pillars that hold the canopy together and the big screen, everybody has to be able to see that.
Yeah. Like you said, it's not some AEW stuff where it's like, oh, we just got to block, make sure that everyone can see the camera, the wrestlers can see the camera.
Right. And that's I think I'm echoing a little bit.
Me all the whole time for now.
I think that's like, okay, we're good now. I think that's a culmination of like, yo, the AEW people, the fans, the marks who are showing so much tribalism towards AEW don't realize when you guys have a show, when you have Dynamite, when you have Collision, how empty are those seats? WWE.
I've been to the one when Sammy Guevara and Scorpio Sky were facing for the TNT title a couple years back in the ladder match, and yeah, it was pretty empty.
If you can't fill up an arena, why are you clowning on a company that can fill up an arena?
I don't get it.
You can't fill up, and here's the thing: all in at Wembley Stadium. That was awesome.
Right.
But again,
that's Wembley.
That's Wembley. They don't get shows as much. If let me ask you a question. If I haven't had a burger in 7 years and there's no burger spot around me, and all of a sudden Five Guys says, hey, be in your town on Saturday from about 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. If you want to grab a burger, come grab one. How many people do you think are going to go out there and grab a burger? A lot of people.
I'm not grabbing one. I'm grabbing multiple. What's going on?
Thank you. That's my whole point exactly. That's my whole point exactly. There's no like how WWE had an NXT UK. There's no AEW UK.
Right. And if it is, no Ring of Honor.
Right. And that's the point that I'm trying to make, is that you can't sit here and clown WWE for filling up a stadium or not having like certain sections. Y'all can't even fill up an arena. It's not this. We're not in the same business.
In my opinion, I'm sorry to cut you off. In my opinion, the best way I've always put AEW is they're just a richer version of TNA in 2006.
Yeah.
That's it. They take every hand-me-down wrestler from WWE. They try to say, oh yeah, we're going to make them a star. And they don't. The only people they make stars of is the bigger ones. See Samoa Joe. They run, okay, Samoa Joe is somebody that has already been established as a true champion in other companies, etc. He should have got his shot in WWE as well. Didn't, but we're going to take him. And guess what we're going to do? We're going to make him world champ. When that day happened, that he beat MJF, who the hell saw that coming? Nobody. Because they were just like, oh, we need a WWE guy. Just like TNA back in 06. Because they have more money. That's all.
Your roster is full of guys from different companies. Not saying that WWE didn't do the same thing, but AEW is kind of like standing for all ex-WWE for a reason, because a lot of WWE's homegrown talent from NXT onto Raw, SmackDown, they went over to AEW and AEW is a great alternative for wrestling, for people who don't want to, for like wrestlers who don't want to grind as much and do those house shows. It's a great alternative.
Agreed.
I'm never going to put AEW down for what they do and what they offer. They offer a certain, like, you got PlayStation, you got Xbox, and you got Nintendo.
Right.
You want certain things on this side of the spectrum, you go there. You want certain things on that side, you go there. The problem is,
the thing is, without AEW, WWE wouldn't be on their game today the way they are.
right. So the competition creates better product. Hence SummerSlam. Hence WrestleMania 40. It's Backlash France. And well, I think the worst pay-per-view that WWE put on this year was Money in the Bank. It was still a passable pay-per-view. Let's get back into what we were talking about. Logan Paul versus LA Knight. So LA Knight got the W. I will say this. I was in the crowd. I was sitting obviously in my seat. Logan Paul did the springboard turnaround moonsault that Super Crazy used to do in ECW.
I was impressed.
That was very impressive.
He still got the "You Still Suck" chance, but
that's what I was about to say. As soon as he did that, people chanted "You still suck." So it doesn't matter how good you are, Logan Paul. If you are a shitty individual, people are never going to really appreciate you. So there's that. LA Knight, congratulations. You deserve the win.
Yeah.
He putting the DMV on the map, even though you're listed as from Los Angeles, California. We know you're from Maryland. It's all good. So another match that was a surprising to me, that kind of started out, had a slow burn, had a really good finish, in my opinion, was the women's championship match between Bayley and Nia Jax. And my thing about this is that my pick was not Bayley or Nia. It was for Tiffany Stratton to cash in. Although I feel like that wouldn't, now that I think about it, you got to give that time to burn, because Nia doesn't get to have her moment. And she deserves this moment more than a cash in. And I had initially picked that Nia was going to win before I thought about the Tiffany Stratton cash in, because I had flashbacks of Money in the Bank 2018 when Nia and Ronda had their match. Alexa Bliss had cashed in because she had history from bullying Nia Jax. Nia took the title off of her at WrestleMania 34. Flashback, Money in the Bank in Chicago. Alexa comes, takes the title. That begins a whole fucking thing that ends up with Ronda taking the title off Alexa Bliss.
Think of that. That was
and as much as I respect what Ronda has done in WWE and in UFC, I do not want to see Ronda Rousey come back to WWE. There's nothing here for you. There's nothing here for you to do. You bash the company. Not in the way that CM Punk kind of did it. Because at least when Punk came back, he had a reason to bash the company the way he did. You didn't have that reason.
They almost killed him.
You had everything handed to you because of what you previously did in the UFC. Punk did not.
What, I lost all respect, and I know this wasn't her fault, but when Asuka won that Royal Rumble, that was Asuka's moment. I don't give a shit. Charlotte or Alexa should not have been in that ring at the time. And Ronda Rousey's ass damn sure should not have came to the ramp coming down the ramp that time either. That was Asuka's moment. So that,
and I don't
really lost it.
But again, we also have to realize Ronda Rousey probably didn't want to take that moment away from Asuka. Just like it's right, Vince, it was Vince's cue, like, hey, go down there and point to the side. But yeah, no, I respect it. My thing is that she shouldn't have been there in the first place, because it completely overshadows the fact that Asuka won. And it was the first women's Royal Rumble, and it's overshadowed by a fucking UFC star returning. Making their debut. No,
it was Asuka, who was unbeatable.
Right, and she's overshadowed by Ronda Rousey. It shouldn't have happened. Ronda could have came out the next night on Raw and just be like, hey,
would have been
would have
perfect.
been nothing wrong with it. But that's neither here nor there. Bailey and Nia Jax. It was a great
Right.
showing. Great story was told. I do like the callback to their NXT Takeover match. I want to say
I want to make sure someone
where
else.
where there was an NXT Takeover match between Bailey and Nia Jax, where Bailey got her in the guillotine choke, and that's how the match ended. And it went back to that. It was a callback. Like, if you're a fan of the wrestling that they had, I don't remember what Takeover it was, but if you're a fan of it, you know what I'm referring to. Nia basically did her heel work incredibly. Basically overpowered Bailey. Bailey had the comeback and getting the crowd behind her. And
I believe it was
then all of us
London.
take over London. That's right. Thanks for picking that up for me. And then Nia gets on the top rope, and I go, this is either going to go horribly wrong or this is going to be a really good moment.
So
And it was.
It's another whole moment.
And Bailey was able to powerbomb. The fact that she was able to hold her up.
He was walking with her, bro.
She was walking with her. And I'm like, oh, yeah, this is a moment.
Jade who? Jade who?
Hold on now. I ain't saying all that. But she power bombed her, and I know the crowd was like, yo, there was a holy shit moment. That is a SummerSlam moment that was not talked about enough. That is a SummerSlam moment that was not talked about enough. And then all of a sudden, they're out. The music hits. Tiffany Stratton runs to the ring, and people bounce out of their seat. The popcorn goes in the air. The babies go in there. Like we know what time it is. It's Tiffy time, right?
Tiffy time.
So I'm jumping. I'm like, I'm creating my own little stampede. Like I'm like my feet are. So I'm stomping down, and I'm just like, oh boy, what's gonna happen here? I'm ready. Didn't happen.
The reason why I knew it wasn't going to happen, and it wasn't until Friday. When she got that brand new briefcase, I said, oh never mind.
But again, she could have all turned on her same briefcase, because
yeah, whenever they do that though, they make a new briefcase. They usually hold on to it for
a while, and you don't want to waste a briefcase like that, because that's a beautiful ass briefcase.
Like Edge and RVD, they held it for a little while.
Yeah, CM Punk was carrying his gear in there. Damian Priest, like, you want to. So this is what I'm thinking. Like, I'm thinking, like, okay, she's probably not. What's going to happen? And then all of a sudden, Nia just brutalizes Bailey, and she hit 2 bonsai drops. And I'm like, oh, she's trying to kill her.
Yeah.
But they were very safe. The safest bonsai drops I've ever seen her pull off. Because initially I thought the power bomb was going to end. Yeah, I thought the power bomb was going to end up like how the bonsai drops was with Lyra Valkyria at King and Queen of the Ring. And that one, oh my God, like good night, because that was ruthless. That was ruthless. And when Nia won, I was so happy for her, because all the disrespect that she got, all the criticism she got for being an unsafe worker, she's too slow in the ring, she doesn't need to be there, she only got where she was because she's Samoan and she knew the rock. Like, we could say the same thing about Charlotte Flair.
Right.
We could say the same thing about Roman Reigns. We could say the same thing about a lot of people.
How many championships does Charlotte have already?
This would be, I think, 15 or 14. She should be on 15. She should be
the number one person that says if anyone got an opportunity because of anybody, she should be number one. Having 15 women's championships already.
And you came in.
She could still go for a good 10 years if she wanted to.
Right.
And who knows how many titles she'll have by then.
Yeah, the Charlotte in the Bank agenda is very real. Nia Jax, congratulations. I thought Tiffany was going to cash in because she did look up at that championship and make a face. So I thought it was like gonna happen. Everybody was waiting on it. It didn't happen.
I do acknowledge Nia as the Queen of the Ring and the Queen of the Women's Championship. But my only thing that I don't like about it is the little bit of time that Bayley got with that title.
She won it at WrestleMania, and the typical thing is the typical title run is you win it at a big PLE, you lose it at the next big PLE. And we got to be fair to the fact that she didn't really have much to work with because her run wasn't really as memorable as, like, let's say a Bianca Belair's 2021 run.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like her 2021 run started at WrestleMania, ended at SummerSlam, and then she went on this lengthy run when she got it back, and she didn't lose it again until the following year at Crown Jewel.
Like that.
No, Night of Champions.
Night of Champions.
Night of Champions to Asuka, and then she won it back at SummerSlam, and then lost it at SummerSlam, and then she hasn't been champion since. So, well, I'm sorry, Women's World Champion. She got the tag team titles.
We know what that. There's no. You don't gotta say that.
But Bayley's run was like, I salute Bayley. She did everything she could to make this shit memorable. But I think just the fact that there was not a lot of hype around what she was doing. She was kind of overshadowed by the Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan storyline. And that's not Bayley's fault, but they could have given Bayley something, created a story around something for Bayley to get into, because she's a very underrated storyteller. She knows how to tell a story. Probably she's one of the best storytellers on the roster. She's, including the men, she's one of the best storytellers on the roster. Like she knows how to tell a fucking story better than anybody.
I love her so much better at the heel though.
I do too. I think her face run just doesn't hit as hard because it still has like that heel element to it.
Mm-hmm. Like she still hates Michael Cole and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Michael Cole's cool now. Like he's cool now. He apologized back to what's his name, Jerry King Lawler back in the day. So we good now.
So moving forward, we're going on to Drew McIntyre versus CM Punk, Seth Rollins as the special guest referee, and
this match delivered.
Yeah,
in all ways.
From a storytelling aspect, this match delivered. I will say that my only kind of gripe with this was there was not a lot of wrestling going on, and I think probably because with the limited amount of time and with the fact that we were trying not to see CM Punk injured again, I'm pretty sure the time was very limited, man. So I'm not trying to like shit on Punk or nothing. But I even said we started a "Don't get injured" chant when CM Punk went to the top rope. It wasn't captured on video. I love CM Punk. I just don't want to see my boy get hurt.
Right.
I love Drew McIntyre.
Please don't get hurt.
But Seth Rollins, he was dressed a little bit. How can I say this? I think he was a little bit overdressed because I expected him to come out with the shorts, the special referee shorts, and have rhinestones or a bedazzled booty shorts.
Not the booty shorts.
I thought Seth was gonna have the bedazzled booty shorts, and I was
Not the
like,
Becky
"Oh,
shorts.
here the fuck we
Oh,
go!
no.
Like here he's gonna do it."
The
And he had
Becky
the,
shorts.
but the pants, and this girl sitting in front of me was like, "Oh my god, his pants! What is going on?" And I'm like, "This is normal. This is Seth waking up. Like this is a normal thing." I'm like,
What you coming at me for? Why is he dressed
like-
like that? That's him.
like-
like
I'm like, that's him. I'm like,
Yeah.
to be honest, this is normal. This is normal. The fact that the pants, yeah, whatever. But when Seth Rollins when he starts dressing normal, I'm thinking something's wrong.
I don't know. He's having a midlife crisis then.
Yeah, like if I'm in the backstage and I see Seth Rollins walking on with a pair of jeans and a regular T-shirt, I'm gonna pull him to the side, like, bro, are you okay? Like, what's going on? Like, this
Are
is
you
not
and
even.
Becky having problems?
Seth Rollins cannot go back to dressing normal.
Nah.
He cannot.
No
Because
more
as soon as he
t-shirts,
does, no more T-shirts. You cannot dress normal no more. Because as soon as you do, I'm going to think something's wrong.
Yep.
I'm going to think something's wrong. This was a great storytelling match. I thought Punk did the right thing and telling the story with, dude, yo, when Rollins had on the bracelet, I was like,
Dumbass.
oh,
My LA Knight came out of me. I was like, dummy, yeah.
oh no!
Why would you do that? Why would you do that? You know you stepping in the dark waters like that.
Dog,
know what I'm saying?
Punk looked at him the same way that he looked at Jack Perry, and I was like, we started a real glass chant.
Of course you did.
I started it. I
know you did. See, that's why I said, of course you did. I didn't say y'all did. I said you did.
I'm a pro Punk guy, so I'm not clowning CM Punk, but I'm like, we tried to start a choke him out chant. He looked at Rollins with the bracelet, and I'm like, Punk, just throw his ass in the fucking Anaconda device.
Samoa Joe ain't here.
Yeah, like Samoa Joe ain't here, bro. Like, throw his ass in the fucking Anaconda device. And with that, like, he had me convinced that he was definitely losing, but it was the way that he lost. And I'm like, yeah. In SummerSlam, they did the SummerSlam 97 callback with the chair. Then they pulled it back. I'm like,
I was like, thank
Triple H.
God.
I'm like, Triple H, you know what you're doing. You know ball. The producer, I don't know who the producer was of the match, but they already knew. They know how to run this company. Drew McIntyre hits
Jason Jordan. That dude's been on shit.
Yeah, and he knows ball. I love Jason Jordan, man.
He's been on
I'd love
shit.
to have him. Love to have him on the show anytime. Shout out to Chicago too, because I know Jason Jordan. Like, you know, I think he's from Chicago.
Y'all bring some legends through, man.
Yeah, Midwest all day. Drew McIntyre hits the Claymore. Rollins hesitantly counts 3 because he knows that he just opened fucking Pandora's box between him and CM Punk. And Drew takes the bracelet, taunts Punk, looks at the work he did, and walks out. Drew McIntyre is your winner. A+ storytelling, kind of a C+ on the wrestling aspect. Not much wrestling going on, but it didn't need it. It didn't need it.
That's what I was going to say. Did you expect true wrestling from this match when it was supposed to be a true fight?
No, I expected a street fight.
They just wanted to get right. They want to get their hands on each other. That's it. It ain't about suplexing and all that bullshit. Nah, I'm gonna kill you.
So, moving on. Joey Knox is going to cover the World Heavyweight Championship between Damian Priest and the Ring General Gunther. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at a couple of things real quick while Joey covers that. And then I'll come in with my take.
So my guess was, I truly thought that Finn Balor was going to be the reason as to why things were going to happen with Rhea, but other things happened. So with that being said, Damian Priest ends up finally losing the belt. Gunther won by chest broken in half. Like, Jesus Christ, I didn't think he could bleed from his chest. I thought he did that to other people. So seeing that, I was like, okay, cool. Match was amazing. The whole match was great. I had no complaints about the match at all. Not one. I think I was a little surprised Imperium didn't, like, I don't know what's up with that, the whole Imperium thing anymore. I don't know if they're still intact, if they're not. I know Vinci's gone. I didn't know what's up with him and Ludwig Kaiser. I thought he was going to maybe help him and stuff like that, some type of that. I'm trying to think exactly. I'll be honest, I was like so tired yesterday. I was on and off that match once it was starting to get to the end. I'll give Priest this match, that he is probably going to be one of the most over baby faces on Raw. After this match, he is definitely going to be one of the most over baby faces. And at first, I know people are going to look at me like, I don't know about that. Just wait. Gunther already made this dude seem like shit. Already established himself as a great heel now. He's going to want payback. Dame's going to want payback. Not just on Finn, for Finn costing him the title. Yes, Finn cost Damian Priest the World Heavyweight Championship. I did not expect that. Other people might have. I did not. I thought he was going to help Liv beat Rhea. I thought him and Liv were in cahoots this whole entire time. And I thought that was going to be it. But once I saw Dirty Dom, I'm calling him Dirty Dom. Dirty Dom finally did what he did. I went, shit. Finn's costing him the title. This is the end of Judgment Day. And soon enough, it became the end of Judgment Day. And I think it's good to do this. I think it's really good to do this. Have Damian go solo, and have Rhea go solo. That's all you need. That's all you need. You don't need the Judgment Day no more. What is it? Carlito, JD, Finn, and Dirty Dom? What the hell kind of group is that?
That group ain't pulling nothing.
Like, bro, the only thing that they teased was Demon Finn in the background.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing that makes it vicious. Oh, Demon Finn's coming through. Okay. Well, he lost twice already, so he ain't unstoppable no more. So he ain't scary to me no more when it comes to in-ring shit. Gunther's going. I'll tell you what. I don't think Gunther's losing this title any longer, any much shorter than he had the Intercontinental title. And that's not a prediction. That's a spoiler.
Hey, what up, Jada? Good to see you. Yo, if you you're on the show, watching the stream, definitely leave a comment. I'm always about engaging. So based on what Joey nodded, everything is 100% spot on. We did see the Finn turn coming only because he and Liv vowed to take down Judgment Day together a year or so prior. But again, kicking Edge out, bringing Finn in, kicking Priest out, kicking Rhea out. So is it like what's the whole? This is like the bloodline all over again. Like people going in and out. Like it's like a gas station. So
welcome to Sunoco, y'all.
Right. What was I gonna say? Oh, Damian Priest, I want to give you your flowers while we're still here. Like, I think you've had a great run, a more memorable run than a lot of people in your position would have had. You've taken the most out of this situation, and you have made it into something that you should be proud of. That being said, you are now a part of a special group of people that have suffered from the documentary curse. And that is, if you are a champion and you have a documentary coming out with an upcoming championship match, that belt is as good as fucking gone. Roman had it happen to him. Shit. You had it happen. There was somebody else that recently had a documentary. Chris Benoit had a documentary. Eddie Guerrero had a documentary. Like all these wrestlers who have had documentaries come out about them.
I believe Edge also did it.
Yeah. CM Punk.
Oh shit, Punk, man. Yeah.
Punk had the documentary come out, belt out of there. And he was out of there. Out of there. Ladies and gentlemen.
Is it time?
It's about time.
Talk about it.
It's getting to this time.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we need to talk about it.
Yeah. Yes, we do.
We look at everything on this card, but there's one thing we did not cover.
That one. Yeah, but you also have to do it like this, though.
There's one thing. There's one thing we did not cover. We're going to lead into this. Cody Rhodes versus Solo Sikoa had a slow burn. And when a match like that starts off really fucking slow, you know some bullshit is about to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I will never disrespect anybody. But I gotta get this part out. Solo Sikoa, you are not him. you are not him.
Ooh.
You came out there and you got Dominic Mysterio level. You got actually Roman Reigns after WrestleMania 33 Raw heat. People were saying, fuck you, Solo in the crowd. And you want that for somebody like him, right? The match started off slow, started to build up. Fucking Solo going for the crossroad. I'm like, oh, you think you to try? Oh, no. But I love it. I love it because this is showing that Solo Sikoa in many terms was ready for Cody Rhodes this time. And then all of a sudden, Amatonga and Tonga Loa hit the ring. You know what? I got to bring this up. I know he has an eye patch on. Tonga Loa missed the turnbuckle.
What is up with him, bro?
No, I think it fits because he had an eye patch on, so he couldn't see.
But it's also shit. This dude botches more than like what's his name? Sin Cara before, like the original Sin Cara. Come on,
I couldn't even get mad because I'm like, he missed the turnbuckle.
Come on, bro. I hope that was the case. I really do. Because I got obviously, ladies and gentlemen, I got a messed up eye. And I would have ran away from that turnbuckle. Alright, y'all? God damn. God damn it. Making your daddy want to disown you, man. Damn.
Oh, shit.
Oh
my God.
Bar, man. I'll tell you, man. Shit.
Bro, he missed the turnbuckle. And the funniest part about it was somebody who I haven't heard this person speak all day. This person goes, did he miss the fucking turnbuckle? And we all just fucking lost it. We all just lost it. And it was just like, wait, it was too much going on. And then all of a sudden, KO's music hits, we stand up because we know what a bloodline rules match is. We're like, oh yeah, if KO's coming out, then there's Randy Orton's coming out. But a lot of people, KO comes out there, does what he does. Randy Orton comes out, and I stood up and I said, I don't give a fuck what else happens in this match. I want to see a RKO live. Because the last time I saw a RKO live was many years ago.
Who do you think it was going to happen to, though?
I didn't give a fuck who it happened to. Like,
were you thinking Cody, though?
No, because you know why? Because why would you come out and RKO Cody when he's like taking bullets for you and try to defend? Like, I get that you want the title, but I think Randy Orton's going to be next in line now for a championship shot because Cody needs a legitimate threat to his title. Roman's got something going on with the bloodline. And you know, he's got his whole, that story's already written out. He ain't gonna be fucking worrying about Cody. He'll get to him later.
Right.
Randy Orton needs to be next in line because Gunther ain't gonna be. CM Punk ain't gonna be. Drew McIntyre is probably gonna go after Gunther because he has no.
Anyway, so we can even talk about
it. So there's that. So Randy Orton comes out, RKO. And I go, there we go. That's what I needed to see. Okay. They start brawling in the crowd, and I go, where the fuck is Jacob Fatu? Because he's going to show up eventually. So Jacob Fatu comes out under the ring, decimates Cody, but then here's the problem. He injured his ankle.
Killed me, bro, seeing that.
And you could tell that it was a legitimate reaction because
bro.
He grabbed it immediately and he was so pissed off. He was throwing.
My man was King Kong, man.
He was throwing chairs around. Bro was crashing out after he just crashed out Cody Rhodes. So then Solo and Cody Rhodes in the ring, Crossroads. Well, no, Samoan tried to put Cody out of his misery. Cody wouldn't stay down. Both men are rolling around. And then whenever they're that far apart from each other, I'm like, somebody's coming out.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, ladies and gentlemen, look forward right now. Him.
OTC.
The only tribal chief. The one tribal chief. Roman fucking Reigns.
Original tribal chief. You can go anywhere with it.
Original tribal chief.
I'm saying you can go three ways with it. I was expecting Hikaleo.
I was expecting.
I was surprised.
I was expecting, like, Zilla Fatu was in the crowd.
Yeah, I didn't think anything of that.
You know, stop that shit. For they're like, nah, we go just talk to him real quick. He's well dressed. Nah, we're not.
I just still didn't see it anyway, especially for the fact that he just won the House of Glory Championship. So I didn't see him making that jump yet.
Roman Reigns comes out.
Oh,
to a new theme song.
New Def Rebel music, by the way.
Yeah, Roman got Def Rebeled. However, you know what I like about this theme song? It sounds more heroic.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I peeped that. I was like, okay.
But it sounded like you know how those movie trailers sound during those action movies or whatever?
Yeah.
It sounded like that. It sounded like
coming out.
It sounded like a hero was coming to save like literally save us, Roman. Please. Yeah. He comes out there. And I should have got an image of it. There was something Roman did with his eyes that I caught. And this is like storytelling at its finest. And it's just something so simple. Roman stops during his entrance, looks at the ring, and he shifts his eyes from Cody to Solo
Mm.
because he knows that Cody's the champion, but he's not here for Cody because he like looks like that, and then he shifts his eyes back to Solo. Go back and watch it. You'll see what I'm talking about. He shifted his eyes because the last person he locked eyes with was Cody Rhodes, and then he shifted his attention towards Solo because of what Solo did to Paul Heyman.
I was surprised Paul didn't come out first.
You know what? I was too, but I think that would have ruined it because you know why?
What, like on some Paul Bear shit?
Yeah, you know why? Because if Paul Heyman comes out, we automatically know Roman Reigns is coming out, right?
Yeah.
And Paul had no reason to be there because it wasn't like there's no reason to use Paul Heyman. If Roman Reigns comes out just by himself, you know there's no wise man to stop him. There's nobody stopping this guy. He's only out there for one purpose. People got up, and I've never seen this in my life. I have never seen as many phones as there were ones going up in the air. For every phone that was up in the air, there were ones. I turn around, I see an arsenal of ones, fingers up in the air. Everybody in that building was standing up. I'm sorry, stadium was standing up. I didn't see one person sitting down. There were people who didn't stand up the entire show that were just there for Roman. Stood up.
Listen, we waited 8 hours for this thing. We're standing up right now.
The dude sitting in front of me, who was from Florida, said this to me, and I quote, he said there were people from Florida there were people from Texas there were people from New York, somebody flew in from California. Like, this shit is serious to people, bro. There was a dude who came from fucking Australia to see this shit.
Okay, that's mind-boggling right there. Oh, damn, go down. That's mind-boggling.
A dude told me I did not come all the way from Florida to not see Roman Reigns. He's like, I better see Roman Reigns tonight. The dude who was sitting in front of me was from Florida. He was from West Palm, Florida. And he said, I did not come all the way from Florida to not see Roman Reigns. One of my Facebook friends is from Fort Worth, Texas. And she was in the crowd. I'm like, I didn't even know you were here. She was like, oh yeah, I'm here to see Roman. There were people like it's like we not about to sit here and play games. Like we not about to sit here and stand on ceremony. There were people.
It's cool that Shorty didn't do that to you though, because just like you were talking about last episode, you know, like how people just come up to you and just be like, "Oh yeah, I know you at the show, da da da," and then they show up at your seat, you know, and then you gotta deal with that type of stuff. So that's cool. Shout out to her for not putting you on the spot like that.
And shout out to my boy WWGFX Graphics. He's WWGFX _ on Twitter. He does some of the best graphics. Like he did a personal graphic for Roman and Solo at Summerslam because he thought that was going to be the match. And I'm like, I don't think that's going to be it, bro.
Yeah, that was the.
I'm going to down. Talk to Joey while I'm doing that. Talk a little bit about. Let's talk a little bit about. I'm gonna let you go ahead and play point guard on this one. Talk a little bit about like what you felt when Roman came out. Like, walk people through what you thought about it.
All right. So one thing I'll tell you, my personal opinion was, first off, I snapped out. I jumped right off my couch. I put my ones in the air as well. I straight up. Everyone looking at me, everyone in my house, they're like, "What the hell is this kid on?" I'm like, I'm on one. That's all. I'm on one. So that gave me goosebumps. And I'm like, is it Roman? Because I heard the theme. I'm like, this Roman? And I'm like, okay, no, this is just the orchestrated John. Okay. I'm like, no, now it's heroic. It's like we spoke of already. That's a little more heroic. I was like, I'll give it a chance, knowing it's Death Rebel. I'll give it a chance. But then I'm listening to the Corey Graves and McAfee and Cole, and they're like, oh, who's he going after, Solo or Cody? And it's just like, it's obvious who he's going after. I was like, if anyone honestly, truly thought that he was going after Cody, y'all ain't watching the shit right. You know what I'm saying? Like that, I'm like, he's going after Solo. He's gonna fuck Solo up. My thing was Rock coming out after. That was my thing. Is Rock coming out after? Because there was more rumors coming out that that Rock was going to show up than Roman was. So I went, oh, okay, because he's all clear now from the filming. So I said, shit. Why not both?
And it's funny not to cut you off. Speaking of Rock versus Roman, my boy WWGFX, which the price stands for World Wrestling Graphics, he did a flyer for Roman versus Rock at WrestleMania, and I want to show you guys some of his work. Take a look at this.
Oh wow!
Why WWE doesn't hire this guy?
Yeah, do it.
Like look at the detail to this.
Do it.
Like look at this.
Look at that. He already put the 2K25 on there.
He put the 2K25 on there.
Yeah.
Hell, dude, this dude cooked. Let me take my. Look at that. Look at that. That is a work of art.
Vegas. It's confirmed that it is in Vegas this year.
Yeah, it's in Vegas.
Okay. Yeah, there you go. Poker, all that good shit. Yeah.
This dude cooked.
Yo, that is dope.
That's one of his. That's a little bit of his works that he's personally done. I'm gonna leave it up just for a few more seconds.
Oh yeah, keep leaving that up. You want to know what? That is one of the main events that will happen.
He did a what I do want to bring up. This one actually was something I wanted to bring to everybody's attention. If I can go ahead and add it in here to the overlays. He had a Solo versus Roman one at SummerSlam that I want to pull out and show. Take a look at this one.
Oh shit. Oh damn. No, that's like, I don't even know. That's better than anyone I've ever seen him. I'm not even fronting. No dick riding shit or nothing. That is probably the best poster I've ever seen in my life. If that was a wrestling poster, I would say that's my favorite.
Some of these I'm echoing again. I don't know how that is. That
tribalism in the background is amazing good.
Like some of these images that he has, the way that he does it, and I'm just trying to make sure I give him his flowers. Like he did one for WrestleMania. I'm on his page now. Like this one that I'm about to add it. Some of these ones that he's done, they look amazing. These are masterpieces. I gotta show you this one, Joey, because this was for WrestleMania 40. Take a look at this one.
Oh, buddy. The nostalgia. Oh my god.
Dude.
I missed this, man. I missed this. I wish they would do this more often.
Dude, he had one where we thought initially thought WrestleMania was going to be in Minnesota before it was announced it was in Vegas. He had a Vegas one. No, I'm sorry.
Minnesota.
A Minnesota one.
They had my boy on it, Mr. Tinkle.
Dude, let me show you this one.
Let's see if there's Mr. Tinkle on there.
No, this was Rock and Roman. but he did his own WrestleMania logo for Minnesota.
Ooh.
Watch this.
Ooh.
It's clean. He's done logos. He did the SummerSlam logo. He'd actually the SummerSlam logo that he did this is how I first heard about this guy. When SummerSlam first got announced, he had done a SummerSlam graphic, and I have never seen nobody do the graphic like this.
Oh, rock on, bro. I love it.
And this guy is on like WWGFX_ on Twitter. He does great work. I'm such a fan of how he does it. He did a custom WrestleMania logo. He did a custom Bloodline graphic. The custom I'll pull up the Bloodline graphic. I'll pull up a few more, and then we'll get back into Roman.
I need to hit up for some MPW stuff, man. Shit.
Definitely. The WrestleMania, honestly, bro, the WrestleMania logo he did is like just as on par with what WWE. I don't even know if WWE put their own logo out yet for it. I think that this Braun Breaker logo that he did, it's just fucking insane.
Is there Steiner mask behind it?
No, but you got a 33. Like I've seen a lot of people do good work. He did his the WrestleMania. He had a WrestleMania London logo. Which I'll pull it up in a minute. But again, if you guys need graphics done, definitely see this guy. He is wholeheartedly he's a nice dude. Let's take a look at the WrestleMania London graphic that he did. Dope.
Woo! AEW, eat your heart out.
Some of these graphics just like check this Braun Breaker one out.
Oh, come the fuck on, bro.
Dude was
ruthless.
He is not playing. This guy is dangerous.
That is ruthless.
Some of these WrestleMania, this is the WrestleMania, the custom WrestleMania logo he did for Vegas.
That's not, see, it's perfect. It's right to the point.
It's right to the point.
Nothing fancy. It's perfect, just like that.
Here's one of the last ones that I'll show. This is the Bloodline one that he did.
Whoa.
This dude.
That's heavy.
Is talented.
That's heavy.
This guy is.
That Rosie in the back too. Yeah, damn.
It's the whole family in the back, dude.
Cool.
Peter Maivia, the Wild Samoans, Rosie, Umaga, Yokozuna, Rikishi, Soul Man, Rocky Johnson. Like, come on, baby.
Yo.
Like, this dude is a savage. He is a fucking savage. And one of the things that I think is missing from WWE is, like, I'm not saying that the graphics are bad, but there needs to be a little bit more that goes into it, because it's like you can look at this and he's telling a story based on this graphic right here.
Yeah,
the story. It's generational. So yeah, it's World Wrestling graphics. So what I'm gonna do, because unfortunately I don't know how to like do it the way that I normally would know how. So what I'm gonna do real quick is I'm gonna give this guy a quick plug, just so he knows that I fuck with him, and we appreciate what he's done. Whatever. I'm gonna go ahead and screenshot this. real quick. I'm doing that. So that way he knows that I'm a fan of what he does. But
You're about to get a lot more fans than one.
Yep. So I hope you guys are watching. I think this is see if I can get him in there. But yeah, like, dude, some of this.
All
right.
That's talent, bro.
So this is the guy. This is the guy you need to follow if you want graphics done. World Wrestling Graphics is a professional freelancer, a company that specializes in graphic design for pro wrestling. And then, like, right there, you can see like some of his work. 8x10 created for, it's like, is it Hernandez? Oh, Hina. I can't read the name. But in JPW Global, this is the guy you want to follow if you want graphics done.
Oh yeah, these are tough. Oh my god.
I eventually want my logo done. I eventually want my logo done by this guy.
I even like the Philly ones he did.
The Philly ones he did, like he had more. Oh, he had more.
Yeah.
There was way more that he had.
Oh yeah.
He had a Team Rock.
That's all.
He had a Team Rock versus Cody. He had a Judgment Day one, Young Blood. He had
the OG Bloodline versus New Bloodline. That was pretty cool.
He had ZSJ versus Bryan Danielson. The New Beginning in Osaka, the Royal Rumble. He's just
just talented, man. Great talent.
He had a United Empire one.
Oh, you saw that one? Yeah.
Oh, the Mercedes.
Yeah, buddy.
Hold on. I'm sorry. I gotta plug this one in.
Go ahead. No, I don't blame you.
Some of these ones you guys got to see.
Yeah,
if you're not already on Twitter now, some of these you have to see, because this is, oh my god.
That's some clear shit.
Oh man. Oh my god. Some of these ones are just, I am a fan. They gotta be working for WWE. I hope they are. He has this fire ass Cora Jade one. Oh my. I gotta stop looking at these. There's so many. There's so many.
He even did some past and future drawings.
Dude. I'm fanboying over all of this because.
Do you see this one right here? Got LA Knight when he was Eli Drake and
oh yeah,
TNA.
Definitely follow this guy.
Yo.
Take a look at this Damage Control one. And I think this was right when Damage Control dropped.
Well, it seems like it. Yeah, they're wearing what you call it right there.
This is a Cora. This Cora Jade graphic goes hard.
God, what I would do to be with Cora Jade just for 24 hours.
I'm gonna ignore that comment. We could do the Cora Jade After Dark featuring Joey Knox and only Joey Knox.
Yeah, we'll do that later.
You go ahead and take that one. I am not touching that one. There is a couple I wanted to point out. This Liv Morgan one for Extreme Rules. Just the coloring, just overall, just wholeheartedly, just wow.
Another reason why I don't fuck with her no more, man. She don't leave no more.
Oh.
But she lost my respect twice, man.
Take a look at this one. He's like that, bro. He's really like that.
Excuse my fucking French. God damn.
But the main one that I wanted you guys to see is a dream match that I've been wanting for a long time, and that's between Gunther and Brock Lesnar.
Please.
This has got Godzilla versus Kong written all over it.
Please. Do you think it happens this Mania? Do you think Brock gets past the bullshit by Mania?
We'll see.
I shouldn't call it bullshit. I shouldn't call it bullshit. Do you think he gets past the court stuff? I mean,
I think Gunther holds on to that championship until like
the year after.
Well,
For Minnesota town retirement match. Yeah, I would hope so. I hope he holds the title that long. I truly do.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's World Wrestling Graphics. Like I said, some of his work is just absolutely phenomenal. If you need graphics done for any reason, what, this one?
No. Yeah.
I'll just send you this one. You
okay,
do what
right,
you do what you want with that one.
No, I ain't gonna do nothing. I'm just gonna look at it.
These graphics are amazing, man. Like what he does is just absolutely. There's like some of these graphics are just absolutely fucking amazing. Wholeheartedly, you want graphics done from the best. This is the guy you follow. World Wrestling Graphics on Twitter with an underscore. You could tell him that Dallas Cash sent you along with Joey Knox, and he was on the Humble Roses podcast with his work being showcased. And I asked him for a price on a logo, and he is extremely affordable. So I'm not going to give his price out. That's not a good business practice. That's for him, but it's very affordable. So I recommend that if you are on Twitter, or if you don't have a Twitter, get one, hit this guy up. I think he's part of a company, so it may be more than one person, but hit these people up, get your logo. And we're going to go ahead and move forward. And I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up a little bit. But I wanted to thank Joey Knox for coming on.
Thank you for inviting me, brother.
Yep. Thank you for being a special guest on the show. I wanted to take this time to point out a couple of things. Ladies and gentlemen, do not forget that Thursday at 8:00 p.m., I will be doing the Humble Roses podcast, the first official episode, where we cover the career, the life, and the accomplishments of Meechin, aka Mia Yim. She hasn't died or no shit like that. She hasn't retired, but the Humble Roses is all about covering the unsung heroes of professional wrestling. And I thought, who better to start with than Meechin? We're going to cover her best matches. First OC lady. We're going to cover some of her best matches. Couple facts about her based on the research that I will do. I'm not doing this to get on her good side. I am somebody who just wants to show appreciation. And I will announce that in continuation with it, the next person that I will be covering after Meechin, don't laugh, but because they are connected, Shelton Benjamin. Her arch nemesis, Shelton Benjamin, will be the next one. I don't know who I will cover after that, but I wanted to thank Joey Knox for coming on. Joey has a podcast as well. If you can take this time to go ahead and plug it for the people that are watching. Go ahead, Joey.
You can reach me at StreamYard as well. Joey Knox 215 or Golden Knox podcast.
That was Joey Knox 215 again with on StreamYard /Joey Knox 215 and StreamYard Code of Knox podcasts. And is that Cult of Knox with a C or a
With
K?
a K. With a K. No, we ain't into no cult stuff like that. It's just a word. It's just a marketing word because it goes with Knox. So don't worry, people.
Cult of Knox, KOK, by Joey Knox. That is the Cult of Knox podcast. Joey Knox from Philadelphia. Thank you for having yourself on the show. I said thank you. I'm so used to saying thank you for having me, but this is my show.
No, thanks for having me, brother.
Thank you for coming on the show. You can follow Joey Knox at what he just told you. Wrapping up the show, I wanted to take some time to salute the Marks with Mike's podcast. Thank you for giving me the power to create a show like this. Culture Clash Network. Thank you very much. It's funny because we got. Hold on. This is the one thing I don't understand. 2 people on Facebook, 1 on YouTube, 1 on Twitch, 4 on Twitter, 34 on Twitter. There's more. Okay. Checking the comments, not too many comments, which is not a problem with me. I'm just wholeheartedly just Joey, I'm going to go ahead and put you backstage. Is there anything else that you wanted to say before I go ahead and close this out?
Nothing at all. Just thanks for watching, people. And again, Dallas, thanks for bringing me on, bro.
No problem, bro. You take care.
Right back at you, man.
Yep. Love you, bro.
Love you too, brother.
Yep. All right. So that was Joey Knox, and we wholeheartedly at the Humble Roses appreciate you for coming on, Joey Knox. You are a crazy son of a bitch. That being said, Joey Knox is a guy that you guys all need to also pay attention to. Check out his podcast, StreamYard.com/Joey Knox 215. Also, Cult of Knox with a K. Be on the lookout for that. I'll more than likely be on that show. Why not? Anyway, it's time for me to go. Thank you for coming on my show. Thank you for being with me. This was the Humble Roses podcast. I am Dallas Cash. I will be back Thursday, 8:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we recap and live out and talk about the accomplishment, matches, and the dedication of one Michin/Mia Yim. We will cover her career, her best matches, her moments, a couple facts about her. I don't have an interview with her. All I'm doing is making sure she gets her roses. And remember, the world is a better place because you are in it. You, the person watching and listening to me right now, I want you to understand that life is difficult, but if you believe in yourself and believe in the dream that you want to achieve, nobody can stop you, not even your biggest enemy, because your biggest enemy is always going to be yourself. And I know life is difficult, but I believe in you, and you need to surround yourself with others who believe in you, because too much negativity sometimes creates a tidal wave that we can't swim out of. But knowing you and knowing all that you're capable of, I hope you're okay. If you're not okay, I want you to find some time to yourself and reflect on everything that it took to get you to where you are now, and look back and remember that those things that made you are also going to inspire you to go forward. Keep moving forward, because you are the rose that grew from concrete. I am Dallas Cash, the Stampede. Follow me on Twitter at King Dallas Cash on Twitter. Greatness is an accomplishment that we all strive for, but only the ones who truly want it will achieve it. And if you are alive today, it's your chance to achieve it. I'm Dallas Cash. See you guys later.